Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This would mark the start of a new chapter, chapter 5 in dubious positions and how to attack them. Again, I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to Master Xiangqi and Grandmaster Xiangqi for allowing me to use their work to make this video. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon. And in this board, Black would opt to use the single horse defense as he develops his left chariot for his second ply. Now the main idea behind this move is that Black would traverse the chariot across the palace so that he would try to start attacking or start counter-attacking very early in the game, targeting Red's left flank. But doing so would mean that the central file is temporarily very weak. Red will usually play R1 equals to 2. Black traverses the chariot across the river. And P7 plus 1 would indicate that Red would be prepared to play H8 plus 7 to develop his horse as a proper horse and also limit the development of this um, black horse over here. And this would be the dubious move in this situation. The sound move would be to play A4 plus 5 so that Red could consolidate his central file. Now playing H8 plus 9 was to develop the horse to the edge so that this cannon can be moved as it was under attack by the red chariot. This would also be the position of discussion for this board. Now two variations were enumerated in the book. The first would be C8 equals to 7 and the other variation would be P7 plus 1. So without further ado, let us go to variation A, whereby red will play C8 equals to 7. Now, on the surface, this would appear to be a very okay move because red would now be prepared to play P7 plus 1 to charge the pawn across the river and to attack the black horse. Now, black's position is somewhat awkward because if he moved the elephant to use the cannon to protect the horse, red would simply capture the cannon. And because the chariot was over here, E3 plus 5 cannot be played. So if this elephant were played later on, this horse would be in danger. So, but unfortunately for black, red did not attack correctly. Instead, the variation B would be better. Now, faced with C8 equals to 7, black would play alpha plus 3 to patrol the riverbank and prevent the pawn from crossing the river. And red would play H8 plus 9 to develop his material so that this would be a balanced development. Now, if he played P7 plus 1, black would capture the pawn. Retreating the cannon would be to prepare to play C5 equals 7 to attack the chariot, and when the chariot moved away, red would gain material. However, red would have other plans in mind. This would now become a trade of material because if red captured, black would capture the horse. And red would now push the cannon forward. So this would be a depressing situation for red because if the cannon captured, red would lose this other horse and red's initial plans would come to naught. So H8 plus 9 will be played. P9 plus 1, a very good commonly used tactic whereby black would prepare to play H9 plus 8 to attack the chariot, thus forcing the chariot to move across the river, and red would position his cannon at the palace corner. Now this is a very good move because it would place a lot of pressure and also, if need be, counter the red chariot over here. So black would get a chance to develop material. A4 plus 5 is played. Red cannot play C8 equals to 7. Sorry, red cannot play C8 equals to 7 at this point. If he did, black would win by gaining material by this would be a cannon fork on the two chariots. So black would now have upped his defenses. He would not have to fear the central cannon, and black would have a satisfactory situation on hand. So this chariot will not be very functional, it will not be very effective. Black's horse is ready to go, and red would still not have been able to attack the horse as previously planned. So this would mark the end of variation A. In variation B, p7 plus 1 would be the recommended move for red to attack this dubious position. Black can only accept the pawn sacrifice. If instead he played r4 plus 2, black can play c8 equals to 7, and this situation will be completely different from the one that was shown in variation A. Again, there will be many things that red can do now. Black would have a hard time dealing with the situation. So now red would then play c8 equals to 7 to attack the horse, placing black in a huge predicament. Again, the elephant cannot be moved or red will gain material. Black can only protect the horse in this manner, and once it did, it will block the black horse and the central pawn would fall. So red will now have a very nice attack going on. This would be a very powerful headhunter cannon that would be attacking the black king. p3 plus 1. Retreat is no longer plausible, so black would try to gain some momentum, trying to formulate an attack. But red would be well prepared. So black would try to attack. The chariot would attack, and black would retreat the cannon to safety and block the horse, preventing it from attacking over here. And suddenly black's pieces are very congested. It cannot advance, or black would capture it. So p3 plus 1, h8 plus 9 to threaten the pawn and also to prevent the elbow horse. p3 plus 4, r9 equals to 8, p4 plus 1, and black would simply, red would simply move the cannon to safety, and black would have used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves to position the pawn over here, and he would have a hard time trying to decide what he would do with the pawn next. Perhaps it could be sacrificed for an advisor, etc. But in comparison, all black's 6 major pieces were already attacking, and red would have the threat of r2 equals to 5 for very, very powerful attack at any time. So red would enjoy a tremendous advantage. Now let us view this board from the eyes of black. Okay, central cannon, and black goes for the single horse defense. So far, the moves thus far are okay, and this would be the dubious move in this situation, and it would also be the position of discussion. Variation A, c8 equals to 7. Red does not sacrifice the pawn. Instead, this would be a missed opportunity as he gave black a little bit of time to readjust his formation as he tried to attack with the 5-7 cannons. h4 plus 3, h8 plus 9. p7 plus 1 is not viable because black could have this chariot would be too powerful. He'll be ready to trade material. r9 plus 1, preparing for h9 plus 8, r2 plus 6, and the cannon is now well positioned, protecting the cannon. And after several moves, by the 10th ply, black would have upped his defenses. He would have a very playable game. The horse is ready to go. In comparison, red would have not have done much with his first move initiative, and black can be very satisfied and glad with this position. Variation B, p7 plus 1 for pawn sacrifice. Good move. And now red will play c8 equals to 7 to attack the horse. Again, the horse cannot move, otherwise black would lose this cannon, and if it moved also the central pawn would be captured. So black can only protect, but in doing so, block the horse from protecting the cannon. And red would now suddenly have a very powerful attack and a threat on the central file. Black tries to fight tooth for tooth, tries to wrestle back his way into the game, but it will be too late. And after a few rounds, red would have managed to develop all his material, and he would not have to worry about the pawn at this point in time. So when playing against the central cannon, the central pawn is forever an important issue that must be addressed at all times. So in some variations, like the single horse defense, where the central pawn is weak, it is often very easy for the opponent to capture the central pawn to mount an attack from the central file. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.